Various hand tools for shaping polystyrene. There are hand saws, carving knives, surf arms and rasps, which come in various shapes and sizes, wire brushes, and various grades of sandpaper. Rough sculpt. When using knives, it's very important to keep the blade sharp. Despite being a relatively soft material, polystyrene will blunt your blade very quickly, so sharpen your blade at regular intervals. You're far more likely to have an accident with a blunt knife than a sharp one, because you're more likely to force it. Hold your work firmly with one hand and always cut away from yourself. Use your knife to remove all the bulk. You should do most of the sculpting and shaping with the knife, and only use the surf arms and sandpapers for refining and finishing your shape. Surf arming is much harder work than cutting, so don't start too early or you will tire. Use the surf arm to remove the hard edges left by the knife. It is important that you keep turning your work so you don't concentrate on any one area for too long. When staring at white objects for long, it can be hard to see what it is you're doing. So feel your work with your hands. This will tell you where the high and the low points are and how even you've got the shape. If you feel an area needs more work, you can ring the area with a marker pen so you know you need to go back there. Refining. Wire brushes can also be used, although they tend to rip through the polystyrene. They can remove a lot in one pass and can therefore leave trench marks before you know it. Surf arms, on the other hand, are far more subtle. They tend to shave rather than rip, making it easier to control how much you take off and where you take it off from. Finishing. Once you are finished refining your shape, move on to sandpaper. Tear it into small squares and lightly trap it between the forefinger and the little finger. Sand lightly in circular motions. Let the sandpaper do the work rather than applying too much pressure. If you apply too much pressure or sand back and forth, you are likely to take chunks out of the surface, creating pits and craters. Circular motions also mean you are less likely to oversand one area because you are always moving. Don't underestimate the amount that sandpaper can do. It will turn the rough, bubbly surface to a smooth one in no time at all.